Sham is echt de Trumet af Sadik Ches Amar Aleph. Lin Nishma Gita Basavon Sham B'Yitzchak Es Chaim Ben Avraham Yitzchak as Shimon Ben Rabbi Yitzchak. Spoke about yesterday two Mishnahs in the 10th Perek. Mishnah Yud says Kol HaNechboshim Zeh Im Zeh Mutorim. All the Nechboshim Zeh B'Zeh, all the Yerokas that are pickled together, kovish, is mutter. This Mishnah doesn't pass in like kovish kumavushal domi, so he says the nechboshim zeh b'zeh. What was nechboshim zeh b'zeh? One was truma and one was chum. So both of them become us. What was the problem? The problem is the Mishnah Yud Beis says meish lokish, make washim shal truma surun azar. That's the fact. These two things are make washim, exactly the same thing like over here, calling a washim. And here it says that what it's truma, it's also the mayim of the kavasim. From you put something in kovish, you soak it, that becomes also azar. And here in the Mishnah Yud it says calling washim zeh mutar. So the other wanted to answer that what? That in the Mishnah Yud, it's talking about Boshim is not the Etzem Zach itself. You're talking about the Mayim of the Nechboshim. The Mayim of the Nechboshim is Mutarim. Of the Etzem Yerokis is not also. So the Dosha states in the Mishnah Yud Beis, make Washish and Trumba, as soon as that is talking about the Mayim. And this is talking about the Etzem Zach itself. The Yerokis are Mutar, the Mayim is also. If you look in the Batanura here, the Batanura Mishnah Yud says, Kol HaNechboshim Zeh Zeh is Mutarim. What are we talking about Mutarim? Not only the Mayim of the Zach, it's talking also Yerokes Chulin, Shenir B'Shuv Yerokes Shal Truma, the Yerek itself. Put vegetables of Truma and Chulin and you soak it together. Ain't a truma oiseres is a chulin. The truma doesn't answer the chulin. So it doesn't answer the chulin. The etzem zah doesn't answer, and the mayim is also not also. So I wish they do in the Mishnah Yud Beis that it is also. To make shlok and make wasim is also.
What's the mayim not also? Maybe just the mayim applies also, but the
The Batanur learns pshat in Mishnah Yud. Kol HaNechboshim zeh mutarim. Not only the mayim, everything. The yerek itself. The Yerek itself is mutter. Wait a minute, only the Yerek is mutter?
Yeah.
And the Yerok is, this is mutter?
my name is also.
Let's understand. One is Truma, right? And we say one is Chulin. So the Yerok is of Truma and the Yerok is of Chulin. Ain't not Truma, he says it's a Chulin. Doesn't answer the Chulin. That's some Zach. Everything is mutter.
No.
What then? What then? The Mayim is what?
As the time of the Truma also.
The Mayim is also, and Ein Truma that says only the Chulin. And here we talk about the Mei Shlokas, the Mei Kvasim, Shal Truma, Asun Zeh, is talking what? The Mayim of the Truma?
Yeah.
And here's talking about the Mayim of the Kvasim?
Yeah.
So how you learn? That what? The Mayim is more Chomer than the Zach itself?
Not the Zach. The Mayim has the time of the Truma in it, so it's awesome. But it doesn't go into the other Yerokas.
No, come on, but Kol HaNechboshim Zeh, Mutarim, he's saying the Batanura learns that the Etzem Zach itself is Mutar. Right?
The other Yerokas are Mutar.
All the Yerokas are Mutar. You put two Yerokas together,
But the water
you cook it together, it's Mutar.
But the water that was used to be Kaidish, that has the time of Truma in it, that applies also.
So this is Mutar and that's also?
Yeah, because we make it that we consider they didn't go into the other Yerokas, but time stayed in the water.
Time could be like this. Pshat, mir dachte, the Pshat, the steht dort in the Gemara, what steht dort in the Gemara? In Tzadich on top, Ilu Poislen will Eimanen, Mei Tmeim, Mei Kvosim, Mei Shlokas, Vasamer, Achlo Hichlis. So the Mishnah in Truma says, Ilu Poislen will Eimanen, these are the mashkoyas that passel the mikveh, v'lo imal, they can't fix the mikveh. Meaning that if you have gimel lugan of mei shlokas, make mei shlokas, make kvasim, mei shlokas, it's not mala, and it's poison. It's possible the mikveh. Wait, the Gemara, what's the right from this mission? What do we see from here? Ochad obed le oichel. You see from this mission in Trumah and mikvahs that the mashkoyes has a din of an oichel. Because it's din of an oichel, the fab ilu poislin v'loi mal. It's not mal. Ochad obed le mashke in Trumas, in Masechta Trumas, and here we say the what? Here you say that it's an oichel. By Trumah, it's also, why is it also by Trumah? Because the shlokas has a din of an oichel. The Mei shlokas make Kvash Trumah soon the Zar, and why is it also the Zar? Here the Gemara explains the pshat. What's the pshat? Because the Mei shlokas, the Mei Kvasim, is the Zach itself. Whatever comes out in the process of Kvashim or shlokas is also because it's the Trumah itself. It's a machal. And because it's a machal, that's what it's also. When you get to this Mishnah, Mishnah Yud, you want to take this Mei Kvasim from one and the Mei Kvasim the other one, these two get mixed up, one gets mixed up together, this is Mitorah. So what's this Mitorah? Because one with the other one is Akshka Shaykhs. The Etzem Mei Kvasim Mei Shlokas is also because it has a Toys Machel. Why is there a Toys Machel? Because it's Trumah. About this Trumah, so whatever comes out of the Shlokas and the Yerokas, that's a din of a Machel. But that's no right that you mix these two things together, that they mix together. You see, when you get to Trumah, we get to what? When you get to mikveh, then all of a sudden has a din of a mashke. Why does it have a din of a mashke? It depends how you apply it. If you're applying it when you get to the Esem Yerokis itself, kum terois from the Yerokis, whatever comes out of the Yerokis has a din of the Yerokis itself. And this is also. But when you get to this same thing, so you learn these two mishnahs without this Gemara. You say it's a steam in Ebay. Is this kvashim mashka or is it a machal? What is it? What is the fluid that comes out of kvasim and shlokas? What is that? Is it a machal or is it not a machal? So you see from this Gemara, kanazoi, kanazoi. So one pshat is you'll say no. It's talking different ones. Why? The Gemara says there's three different truths in here. First test in the Gemara is hochat obelei hochat obelei mashka. Amar Ramona kan bekashin, kan berachim. There's a machlokas here in the Gemara how to learn what is kashin, what is rachim. Kashin, according to the Pnei Moshe, Moshe, kan bekashin, the left side in narrow lines. Kan bekashin, masnisin the hocha in hein kashin. If it's hard, the shlokas are hard. The charifim is also sharp. Ma'iri. So v'hosim berachim, the have a mashke. When is it a mashke? Depends on the mitzvahs. If it's the berach, soft, then it's din of a mashke. But if not. So not the pshat is here's truma and here it's not truma. Here's you're talking about mikveh. Here the pshat is depends. The shlokas were different. So the shlokas always have the same din. It depends on what is it? Is it rach or is it not rach?
Wasn't kosher by the matzah? Talking about the mayim.
The may shlokas is kosher.
What does that mean? Kosher meaning charif?
Yeah, he him kosher v'charifim maybe. V'osim berachim the have a kamash. Berachim means it's not char. That's the Pnei Moshe pshat. What is the Menachul pshat? Ochat obelei kam bekashim pirush harash teruvus oichel shenisarav. You have a teruvus for an oichel shenisarav b'mayim machmas hakvisha. Because the kvisha there's water. Because when you pickle something, that's what happens. The water comes out. V'havolei k'moi hen atzmoi. So the Mei Kvasim is like the Kvasim itself, as if the Zach itself. Obe, Kam Berachim, HaMayim Levadam HaYotzim Mehem. The Mayim itself that comes out, not because of the side of the Mayim Machmas HaKvisa. It's not very clear what he means here. So what's the next Gemara? That's one. So Akabam, but the physical thing is different. One is kosher and one is rach. Sure. Kam Bo'ichel, Kam B'mashke. So one is b'oichel, one is b'mashke. That's not a chilik. Chloime, like the Pnei Moshe, she'oichel hu b'seichem chashiva k'oichel asma. It has here not only the meik kvasim, it has the zach itself, the yerokas, together is here. It's k'oichel asma. V'osim imheim b'fnei admas. So if it's with the machal itself, so then it has dinner like the oichel. But imheim b'fnei atzmon, ma'iri to have a kamashka. When is it to have a mashka if this meshloka is out by itself? But if you put the meshlokas together with Yerokas, then it has a din of Yerokas. That's the second test in the Gemara. And the Ma'afula learns, Kam Be'oichel, hu, pirish the koshim v'rachim. What does it mean? Okay. Then the Gemara comes now. Now the Gemara comes with Rabbun. Rabbun says, Kashin doesn't matter the physical aspect if it's kasha or rach, or it's with the machel or not with the machel. Kam berachim. Nois tam betrum. If it's in the sinus tam, we talk about the sinus tam, it's in the truma, the truma is still being sinus tam. Ve'ein nois tam b'mikveh. What's meitas? What does this mean? The truma hu the shayr b'nois tam. Avaloi shayr in the sinus tam gabe mikveh ukamashke b'yam mechashiv li lepoisle. This zelbazach, if you're applying it in this meish lokus, when you're applying it to the mikveh, it taka is a mashke. It taka is a mashke. Or the gate the truma. If you want to know if it was truma and you have meish lokus, then it's not a mashke. It's really a machel. The only thing is, if you're going to put this in a mikveh, then hotzah defei mashke. Depends where you put it. You put it here or you put it here. So mainly you see from here that it's totally in the application. If you apply it to the mikveh, hotzah defei mashke. You apply it to truma, hotzah Hashem f'nanoichel. So now you could go back to the Mishnah. So now the Mishnah is very much easier to understand. Why is Kol Nech Boshim Zeh Mutorim? Because you're not dealing with the zach itself. You're dealing with two different things: a yerek from truma and a yerek from chulin. So then we say it's mutorim zeh b'zeh. Why is it mutar zeh b'zeh? Because it's not negated to the truma. When you talk about the shlokas from truma, is a chaosed, because that's the din. Everything that comes out of truma is a noise and tam. If it's a noise and tam, but this also. But you want to now apply this to chulin. So it's not. It's like a mikveh. Just like by mikveh, we say we take the zelba shlokas, and you want to take the shlokas into the mikveh. So we say that what's Hashem for mashke, and it's not a din of machal, and it will passel with gimel lugim. Why? Because you put it into the mikveh, the mei shlokas. What's Hashem for mashke? You're using it now in the mikveh. The zelba shlokas. If you want to know if you can eat it or not, then you can't eat it because it's a din for truma. So it depends on how you're applying it. So Medler came along, and this is the chiluk in the two mishnahs. Let's just see everybody say we didn't see the Rasarilla here. Look at the Rasarilla. Tzaddik and Aleph on top. Ilu poisim v'lei mal. Zog the Gemara, zog the Rasarilla. Hosem mefarish. This is a mishnah in Mikvois. Case of poisim v'lei mal. How is it possible that something is a poisel and it's not a mal? What does that mean? Mikvah, sheyesh ba'aboyim salchos kutiv. It's missing one kutiv from the 40 saw. You need 40 saw for a mikvah. The nafal mehem kutiv l'toichoi, lo yalei, u'poisim b'shloishes lugan. If it's missing one kutiv, and then falls in one kutiv falls in, which is shuvin, it's possible only with 3 lugan. Tani hosem, what's the difference if it's not, doesn't have the shear, doesn't have the shear? What does it mean it's possible with gimel lugan? What does it mean it becomes a poisel? What's an afgeminute? You don't have 40 saw. You don't have 40 saw. Now it falls in 3 kutiv of lugim. So we say it passes it. It's possible because you don't have 40 saw. And it falls in 1 kutiv of mayim shuvim. It's also possible. What does it mean? The gimel lugim poison something. What's meitas? So look at Amari Digi side. The may pay is a mal of lay poison. May pay is not mala and it's not a poison. Why? Because it's not gimel lugim. Gimel lugim mayim shuvim poison the mikveh. But gimel lugim may pay is it doesn't finish off the mikveh. You don't have 40 saw, so it's no good. But it doesn't pass it. What's the chilik? Ein mal in the mikveh sheish ba'aboyim saw choser achas v'nofam hem saw the toicha lo yalev. Doesn't fix it. Ein poison. The im notel saw the famous Mishnah. You took out 1 saw, you put back a saw kosher. Ubetanai shlo yishid amar. It has to have the amount of mine. That's the Mishnah Dalton. Malchus. B'zeh chalukim may pay this min amayim. What's the difference? Ilu hoyu mayim b'shloisha lugan poislin l'tzarech lo'itzi kol hamayim l'asayis ha'mikvah. The din is gimel lugan poislin ha'mikvah. That means like this. About if you have 1 lug, it's also possible. Lug is well, you don't have 40 saw, you have 1 lug. The chilik is you have gimel lugan. Now to fix it, you have to take out the ganze Wasser and umfang auf nice. That's the pshat. The gimel lugan passes the whole mikvah, not only these 3 saw, the whole mikvah that's possible. Other than the Rasula. Become the mayim shuvim bein toid and bein if it's mayim shuvim, even if it's tameim, poislim b'shloisha lugan, If you didn't have the 40 saw, if you have 40 saw, you can't pass it. But if you're missing from the 40 saw, and now Gimel can go in, so you have to drain the whole mikveh and start again. If you put in only one saw of Mayim Shuvin, take out that one saw, or be mashlim it, then you have 40 saw, it's good. If only what came into the mikveh now was one kurtiv of Mayim Shuvin, it's only missing one kurtiv of Mayim, mikveh, v'nofel Mayim Shuvin, kimidus kurtiv, but you don't have to take the whole thing out. He just fixes it by putting one more kurtiv of Mayim Shedim, it's good. So this is. V'chein make kvosim mesh lokus. Poisle b'lei mal. Zelbe zach, just like Gimel Lugan, the same thing, make kvosim mesh lokus, poisle b'lei mal. Vasemed, this is Mayim anidim b'chatzanan, the geshtachmet, v'toisim nasi yain. This is something which when you put it in, first has it's like acid, like a vinegar, and then it becomes wine. The koydim shehichmet mayim bi'amu. Before it's hichmet, it's regular water. Ve'en alav din mei peres. Hashtapach masis in the hocha, masis in the hocha. Fake yes the gemara stila v'dof mekoi. Sachet adavulei oichel gabet trume the toni das surim lezorim yitem the mei shlokas is also to a zahar. Why can't a zahar eat the mei shlokas from trume? The mei kvosim the hepu lemayim shel zeisim hakvushim behem. The water of the kvasim, which is soaked, let's say if you soak lemons, shel zeisim hakvushim behem. Begam mikveh atovadlei. Kamayim bialma. The either have a may payers, it will be may payers aktoni. The loy poison lemal. May payers is not poison. It's not a mal. It's not like mayim. But the korlei oichel gabatumah. But again, the truma to make kvasim has din with truma, and it's also the make kvasim of the payers are always din from truma. The ein shem mashke el shivas mashkin. The only seven mashkois. Mishamochi korlei oichel. That's why we say here it has din of an oichel, because if it's not an oichel, it's not truma. There's no mayim of truma. We got to be mikveh korelei mashke kloime mayim mishum lahafuch oichelu mashke noket mashke. So this is asking this deal, and for the Gemara. So the first teretz is kam bekashin kam berach. So he's learning different pshat in kashin berach. He's learning pshat like that. Kloime kishishohu hazeisim oyirokas letoch mea kvisa. When you soak the olives or the vegetables in the mei kvisa in the water, until it becomes soft, from a long time. And what's that shir? It became splits. You put vegetables in water and leave it there long. It starts to have cracks in it. The meaning in the poil behem akvisa, so there's a pool of the soaking that it cracks open the yirokas. V'asidi, and it's also gabi truma. Gabi mikvinami chashivi mei peres. So it has a din of mei peres. V'loi pois l'v'loi malam. So be ketoni gabi mikveh the poison. When do we say by may mikveh that passes and has a din of shem of water, not of a machal? Bekashim, what does it mean bekashim? Kashim means forget. Shadayim oindem hazeisim bekashyon ubecheskon. It stands strong and it's whole. Being in shleipol behem hakeves, the didn't do a pula. The soaking it didn't split the vegetables yet, so it's whole. Was then it has a din of mayim balma. Why? Because it wasn't split. Once it splits and it gets the din soft, so then he said that's called kashim, and then we say it has a din of a machel. Why? Because you see it transformed. Before it was whole. Now it has a crack in it, and it lets the water into it. So now you say that it spoils and it has a din of a machel. But for that if it wasn't there a long time, that doesn't have the splits. Kam boichel kam b'mashke. Okay, that's the first shot. The second teretz is the kam boichel kam b'mashke. Perushay kam b'farish. So it's punk faket how the other mefarshim learn. Elam shat is the longer it's there, then it has a din of rachim. Why? Because it's split. Once it's split, so then it has a shem boichel because it's a pula. So now it's a pula, but if it has no pula, so then the meish lokus has a din of a mashke and not like a machel, because the mashke is a fluid. Fluids are fluids, so it's really a mashke. The only reason why it says like the Rashi that has a din of a machel, because you see now that the vegetables changed its condition. Now it's split. So once it splits, it's changed. So once it's changed, then it has a din of a machel. So this water has a shem of a machel because it did a change in the Yerokas. But if it didn't change the Yerokas, then about the gewiss, it's din of a water.
The touch is different.
Yeah.
It's not different. The full, the same thing. Just the touch is different.
Yeah, it's not clear to me exactly what the Ma'aful is saying. Yeah, that's enough. But al kaponim, you see that what does it mean? The same thing is not a macha, not a mashke. Just this is different because it was there longer. So it's there longer. So now it makes the porous. It makes a split in the yirokas. So once the yirokas are changed, so then it's lost. And when it's lost of the zach, so then it changes. Kam boich, that's one test. The second test in the water is kam boich or kam b'mashke. Perusha kam afarish. Kloimen. Mein nafkalon the habi rachin. The Havelei Oichel Ubekashin, Havelei Mashi Kamashu. So the Rash, it brings the Rash in Peg in Sechta McCoys, Kloim Bekashin, Shinasavu Hamayim, Mariosam, Machma Sakev. And I have shot in the answer. He's saying, once the color by mikveh, you need a certain color. If it's a color of water, a color of wine. If it's a color of wine, that's the wine, and it passes the mikveh. And water, the color of water not. So it depends how much color is here. So he says, kashin, what's meant kashin? Shinasavu amayim meriosa machmas akevis. The water now, the matter of the water has changed now because of these vegetables that are soaked in it. Sludim, mayim be'alma. That depends on what it is. If it's changed, it's changed. It doesn't change, it goes according to the matter. If Yossi Babun Mishani, the Truma Tali Isidilo Benesinistam. Truma, what's Truma? Truma is in Nesinistam. Mikveh is not in Nesinistam. So maybe it becomes Osa Ba'achila Lizorim. Av Mishum Hochila Nafke Mitoiris Mayim Li Mikveh. Because now it has the din of Truma, May Shlokis, and May Kvasim, it's water, right? No, you can't dispute the fact. The fact is it's a fluid. So if it's a fluid and has a din of Mayim, so why all of a sudden when you get to Truma, what's the din from Oichel? So he says like this, the Oisa Ba'achila Lizorim. So this Truma is Talia Sura B'lei B'nesinis Tam, even though it's water. But because the water has a Tam of Truma, what's the din for Truma? Not saying, so Pashas, if you hear somebody, listen, Ezraim, Truma is also, it's a Macha. It's not a Macha, Truma is not also, right? What happens if you have a Tam of Truma going into Macholim? Tam Kika, you learn out all these foods. We have Tam Kika, Mishras, whatever you want to say, the Makor is, the Rice, the Rabbanah, whatever Tam Kika is, it goes into Macha. What's Tutzach Rabbi say? If you have Truma, and the Tam of Truma goes into water. Water is Nishkan Truma, but it has a Tam. Is the Tam also or not? I don't know, Mishras, the Pshat is, you take a piece of bread, you soak it in wine, and in the broit, there's a Tam for Yayin, and also for Yayin. It's a Tam Kika. Was no shaykhs to Issa, wine is also. Also, if you drink it or eat it, it's also the wine. But for a nozer. But here, there's no such thing as Tumah b'mayim. But it has a time, what's the din? You can go say, wherever you're going to look. Do the Rashi. Do look at the Rashi. Do the Anayah Kiddush. Look at the Rashi. Hilkach, Le'inyan Tumah. Loishna Kashim, Loishna Rachin. The Sir, Le'inyan Miku, Loishna Kashim, Loishna Rachin, Dinan Kimayim. Possibly, Loizlin, Hosam Bosatam. The Pshat is, do I go boss at a time or not? So, Nachamo. B'yosi B'bun Mishani, the Truma Talia is the law B'nesinis Tam. The Oisa B'achilu L'zor. It's also an Achilu, not also B'shtiyah. There's no Oisa B'shtiyah by Truma. Ab Mishum Hochel and Afkim, V'toris Mayim, Li Mikah, why doesn't it go out of V'toris Mayim, but it gets a Mikah, B'asatatam? Hilkel, Inyan Truma, Loishna Kashan, Loishna Nachan, Asiri. Why? Because it has a time. Li Mikah, Loishna Kashan, Loishna Nachan, Dina Kamayim. What's the different mind? Dort is a din the zelbe mashke, a din benegate truma, a din for a machel for why? It has a time. Has a time for truma. What's a din for a machel? Not the pshat is the mayim is also, or the time is also because the time is also time kicker. No, he says that it's also because it has a different machel. Why does it have a different machel? It has a time for truma, and truma is a machel. Hot der mashke, the meshlokas, hot's a din for a mashke, hot's a din for a machel, and that's why it also. Benegate to the mikveh, the zelbe meshlokas, if you apply it to the mikveh, Loishna Kashim, Loishna Rachim, Dr. Abun, Dinom Kim Mayim, here all of a sudden has a din like Mayim, Upasli. The lawyers lean and Hosam Bosatam, you don't go Bosatam. The only reason why I say Benegate to Truma, it's also because by Truma I say you go Bosatam, and it has a time, so Mele Muz Hotatim for Hashem Moichel. Hashem Benegate to Mikveh. Mikveh is not totally in time, so Mele Hotatim for Hamashkin. Both places they go. Here, Benegate to the Machel has a time what's a different Truma, and here Benegate to the Mashke, we don't go what's the time, what's a Shem for Mashke, and passes the Mikveh. Good? Mara is the previous test. Mara is something else. Mara will pass it. But here he's not going with Mara. Abun is not going with Mara. He's going with Nesinis Tam. So Moedik Chiddush, that you see that in Nesinis Tam of Truma, in the Mashke, changes it to Hashem Malchus. That's the Shaitan Rashi. Rabbeinu Meir Pirish, I best read this is from the Yerushalmi, must be the Gabi Mikveh Ika Hamayim Poislim Lo Mivnei Nesinas Tam. It's the Ika is the Mayim Passos. The Gabi Truma La Boichlinu El Mashke Sheish By Tam Truma. And the Chazach.
No, it's just Punt Verkehr.
What? Nachamol. Let's see.
Saying
Gabi
Punt
Mikveh Gabi Mikveh Ika Hamayim Poislim. The Mayim Passos. Why? Poislim, yeah. Why? Lo Mishum Nesinas Tam. Because the Mikveh is not Nesinas Tam. Right? So you don't go bust it down. So it becomes a poisel, it has a din of mine. The Gabi Truma, the Zelba makes shlokas and make wasim. When you apply it to the Truma, La Voichaninu, Ela Mashke, Sheish By Tam Truma. And now what?
It's mutter. It's still in Punt Verkehr.
Wie steht es im Mutter?
It's no good, and by Truma
Wie steht es im Mutter? The Gemara sagt, das ist Losse. The Gemara says Losse. Make shlokas, make shlokas.
Where else was he saying different than before then?
Huh?
So was he
He's
saying
saying different than before. Before he said in his pshat, in the Rashi of the Pshat is Hashem Oichel. The Mayim, the time of the Truma Shafter becomes an Oichel. That's why it's also because it's an Oichel. Here he's saying it's also because of the time. That's Tam Kicker. If your whole Tam Kicker is not a Deraisa, so it wouldn't be also in Deraisa. But if you hold that this time makes it into a Machal, what's going to be Deraisa? It's a Moed Gen Afka Minute. Those are the Afka Minute in the Tzvei Pshat. I get into it besser. Okay, morgen mit Hashem gehen wir weiter. Okay, it's stuck. We're good. Was? What did I say? Hadden? Hadden, man. Hadden noch, no, Bottle Shinos. I don't know Bottle Shinos. Skal Rabbi. Come to the Mashiach. Ayechem Yemechem Chai Rabbi Zabagol. My curve. Yola.